Welcome to TITA Talks. My name is Sonia Tita Puopolo, and I am so grateful to welcome back Belgin Aksoy, founder of Global Wellness Day, joining us from Istanbul, Turkey. Belgin, Global Wellness Day is a beautiful global wellness movement dedicated to living well, celebrated every year on the second Saturday of June. Global Wellness Day is celebrating its 15th year anniversary with the theme Joy Magenta. And this year, I am so excited to have you here on Tita Talks. Nesselson,
İyiyim,
welcome.
sen nasılsın?
Welcome to Tita Talks.
Thank you. Thank you for
Global
having me.
Global Wellness Day is celebrating its 15th anniversary now in 2026. When you look back at the movement you've created, what fills your heart with gratitude most?
Oh, what fills my heart with the most gratitude
With the
is
most gratitude.
is seeing that Global Wellness Day is no longer just an idea I once had. It has
Yes,
become a global movement carried by millions of people around the world. When I started, I could have never imagined that, one day people in more than 170 countries would come together around the same message that living well is a right and not a luxury. So I'm deeply grateful for every Global Wellness Day ambassador, volunteer, hotel, school, municipality, company, and individuals who has believed in this dream and helped spread it. Global Wellness Day belongs to all of them now, and
Mm.
that is the greatest gift.
In this year's theme, Joy Magenta, why did you choose joy as the message for 2026? And why is joy so important for wellness right now?
Well, wellness is often connected with discipline and routines and nutrition, exercise, meditation. And of course, all of these are important, but sometimes we forget that joy is also a very powerful part of well being. Joy doesn't mean that life is perfect, it means finding light even in difficult times. It means reconnecting
Absolutely.
with hope, with gratitude, with each
Yes.
other, and with the simple things that make us feel alive. So, Joy Magenta is our reminder that wellness should not feel heavy. Right? It can be colorful,
Yes.
uplifting, human, most
Yeah.
importantly, and shared.
Yes. Yes. I love that. And I love Global
Mhm.
Wellness Day describes Magenta through four pillars:
Yeah.
gratitude, connection, movement, and creativity. Can you share one simple way people can practice each of these in their daily life?
Absolutely. These four pillars are very simple, and that is the beauty of it.
Yes.
For gratitude, you can start your day by thinking of three things that you're thankful for. They don't have to be big things. Sometimes a cup of tea, a kind message, or the ability to simply breathe
Yeah.
deeply is enough. And for connection, call someone you love, look someone in the eyes, or simply listen with your full attention. And real connection is one of the greatest medicines. For
So true.
movement, you don't have to go to gym. You don't need a gym. Just dance in your kitchen. Take a
I
walk
know.
and stretch for 5 minutes. The, our body loves to move.
Yeah.
And for creativity, do something that lets your inner child come out. Draw, cook,
Love that.
sing, write, plant flowers, take a photo. Creativity brings back joy into daily life more than we can think of.
Your motto is one day can change your whole life. What does that mean to you today? And how can one day of wellness become a lifelong practice?
Well, for me, one day can change your whole life means that change does not always begin with a big decision. Sometimes it begins with one small moment of awareness, One day you decide to take a walk, one day you decide to breathe before reacting, one day you choose kindness towards yourself, and that one day becomes another day and then another. And Global Wellness Day is not saying that everything changes magically in 24 hours. It is saying start today, because when you
Yes,
start, you create a new possibility for your life.
absolutely.
Mm.
Yes. Absolutely. Global Wellness Day is now celebrated around the world, and all activities are free and open to the public. What are you most excited for through this year's global celebrations?
What excites me the most is the
Yes,
diversity of the celebrations. Every
beautiful.
year I see people celebrating in such beautiful ways: yoga in public parks, walks by the sea, wellness activities in schools, hospitals, hotels, villages, cities, even bridges and
Yeah.
landmarks lighting up in magenta. And what makes it so special is that all activities, like you said, are free and open
Mm.
to everyone. And this is very important to me, because wellness should never be only for people who can afford it. It should be
Oh,
accessible to
mm.
all. And this year with Joy
True.
Magenta, I'm especially excited to see people sharing joy across
Yes.
cultures, generations, and communities.
Yes, it's such a wonderful message. On Tita
Thank you.
Talks, yes, on Tita Talks, we believe that self-care is built through exercise, nutrition, rest and healing, and mindfulness and meditation. What does your own daily self-care or wellness routine look like?
Mm. Well, my routine is actually quite simple. I believe wellness should be realistic. I try to move every day, even if it's just walking or stretching. I pay attention to what I eat, but I also believe in balance, not obsession. I was obsessed with food before in my life, but I'm in balance now. I try to sleep well.
Well, you're
I try to
radiant. You're radiant. You can see
Thank
that you.
you. I try to drink enough water and then spend time in nature whenever I can. I also practice gratitude. This is a very important part of my own well-being.
Yes.
Even on difficult days, I try to remind myself
Yeah.
what I still have instead of focusing only on what is missing. And
Yes.
perhaps most importantly, I try to protect my energy, saying no, even though Global Wellness Day, is always with the paddle saying, I say yes, but
Yeah.
saying no when necessary,
Yeah.
slowing down, breathing, and being present are also forms of my self-care.
Oh, yes. And what message would you love to share with our global audience, especially anyone who may be stressed, overwhelmed, or just trying to reconnect with joy?
Well, I would love to say, please do not wait for a crisis to understand the value of your life. You
Mm,
don't have to change everything all at once. Start
mm,
small, take one deep breath, go outside. Again, call someone you love, move your body, write
yeah.
down one thing you're grateful for. Joy may feel far away when we're overwhelmed, but it's often hidden in very small moments. And when we begin
Yes.
to notice those moments, we slowly begin to come back to ourselves. We need
Mm,
to
so
remember
good.
that we're allowed to pause. We should give ourselves
Abs-
permission to pause. We
Yes.
should give ourselves permission to
Yes.
feel and
Mm,
allow ourselves to choose joy
yeah. Yeah.
even
It's
on
so,
unhappy days. We cannot be happy every day, and it's completely fine to be unhappy. Unfortunately, in today's world with the social media, it's pushing us to be happy all the time. And
yeah.
the moment that we're unhappy, we think we're in depression, which is not
Mm,
true. It's totally
mm,
human, it's totally normal to have an
yes.
unhappy day. But even on
Yes.
unhappy days, we can still choose to be joyful. That
Yes.
no one should be able to take that away from us.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with that 1,000%. I think that even
Mm.
when you're feeling down, you can
Mm.
be joyful.
Yeah.
And I know that that's hard to understand, maybe for some people, but I think it's a practice because joy is
Hmm.
like a
It's
long-term thing, right?
It's definitely a practice. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And what does joy mean to you personally?
Joy for me is feeling alive. It's not about perfection. It's about presence, gratitude, love, and being connected to life.
Yes.
Simple as that.
And how can families, companies, hotels, and communities participate in this year's Global Wellness Day?
Well, they can organize any free activity that supports well-being. Walk, yoga, meditation, beach cleaning, healthy cooking session, a gratitude circle, a creative workshop, or simply a moment of connection. The most important thing is that Global Wednesday activities must be inclusive, positive, and free.
Yes, absolutely. Belgin, thank you so much for joining us again on Tita Talks. Thank you for your vision, for your
Thank
leadership, and
you.
the beautiful way in which you remind the world that wellness is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It is a necessity, and it is an inherent right for every human being. And to learn more about Global Wellness Day and how to participate, please visit www.globalwellnessday.org and follow Belgin and Global Wellness Day at Global Wellness Day on Instagram. Thank you again for helping the world choose joy, practice
Thank you.
self-care, and remember that one day can change your whole life. Thank you so much for joining me on Tita Talks. This has meant
Thank
so
you.
much to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.